welcome back to my channel. My name is Fabi. If you are new, welcome. I like to share my monthly, my weekly, everything that has to do with my planner. And if you've been following me, welcome back. I'd want to hop on here and just kind of show you what I've been using. It is August, and though it's the last month of summer, I still want to share. I wanted to change up my planner system, right? So if you've been following me from the beginning, this was my planner for the year. It was chunkier. I have removed some inserts already, but just kind of a reminder. This was my 2026. I have my goals up front. I didn't use this page, so perhaps next year. And I had to focus. I had this page just so I could focus on specific goals, but I didn't use it, and so I did use the annual goals, track my monthlies, and like I said, I have removed a few of these. But I think I have all the way up to June. Yeah. So I was just tracking my mood, my energy, my sleep. My sleep. That sounds weird. How many hours of sleep I got every night. If I had my collagen, my headaches, migraines. What else? If I was journaling, my reading. So I was, tracking, and I did pretty well. All the way up to July. So in June, I used this insert, which I actually did like, compared to this. Well, I like both. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I don't like them. I like both. But the difference on here was that you got, 31 spaces. And at first I thought, what do I do? Do I do like a gratitude a day? Do I write what happened? So I didn't have a specific plan. But what I did was I ended up just writing what it was. So on the 2nd was my birthday party. So I ended up just writing what I did for the day. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much what I did for June. And the same thing, Bible reading, my journal, collagen reading, just kidding, Bible reading. Oh, I wrote reading twice. That's so funny. Oh, I think this one, I was tracking the number of pages. I was like, what the heck? I was like, I did it twice. If I exercise, which clearly you can see I didn't. It is what it is. I didn't exercise. And creative journaling, daily journal. So I'm happy that I was tracking, but as you can see, it kind of stopped. It did stop. At first I thought it was just the bottom, but no, I stopped. And that's about the time that I got busy. Right after school ended for my daughters, I don't know what it is about summer. It comes and it goes, and it's quick. I'm sitting here and it's already August, and I'm already thinking about back to school because they start in 2 weeks. And anyway, you can tell and June was the last month, because then July I didn't track anymore. We went on vacation, we were out, we were at the beach, we were out, out and about. And so I didn't track anything in July. And it's not to say it was on purpose. I didn't even realize that happened until about a week ago, when I decided I want something smaller, I want to reset. I just wanted to reset. So here we are, and I wanted to do it on camera, but again, my husband's not working, my kids are at home, it's busy. I haven't had a quiet morning in a while, and today I thought, let me hop on. And that's what we're doing. So for the first 6 months, and I'm going to say 6 months because July, I'm going to be totally honest, I didn't plan, I didn't do anything. I think I only kept track of my weeks in my other planner, which I will share. But in here, it was just up to June. Yeah, I believe so. And so anyways, I don't even know if I finished my last thought, but I didn't notice that I didn't plan until about 2 weeks ago when I wanted to, change my planner, switch it up, and so one night I was watching TV with my husband, and I just totally went into my stash, and I pulled out all of the inserts that I already have, and was like, what can I use? What can I use for the rest of the year, or at least for the next 2-3 months? Because who knows? Once October hits, September, October, it's just, you kind of want another reset. Like it just happens. So in here, it's very straightforward. I wrote down what I did, not time blocking, though I do have my times, but you can't really time block because it's very, very small, and I write big, but I still, I try to put the things that I'm doing according to the time, and that's kind of what I'm doing, what I did. And sometimes I had it like this, very pretty plain. Sometimes it was colorful. It was just whatever my mood. Like this one, like I didn't even do my priorities. It happens. It happens. This one was just my, like, I just want to see what I'm doing. Because in my other planner, it's different. This one's pretty. I made this one really pretty. My birthday week. This week I was just home. I think this is probably when I was just like, I'm gonna make things nice. This was full. I like this one. I like when I write everything down. But like I said, it kind of just depends. And then nothing. And then July, and then, like I said, that was it. And so in here, I had space. Obviously, I have my dividers all the way up to December. But if you recall, when I first did my setup, basically when I set this one up, I just did 6 months because it was pretty chunky. Like right now it's empty because I removed a lot of inserts that I want to use in my new planner. And this section was my meals, and it was good. I used it. Actually I did. I was gonna say I don't really use this part, but I started to because I realized that sometimes we would buy multiple, my husband and I will like go to the store, and then he'll get a kind of like, I don't know, corn oil, and I would too. And so I started using these inserts. The back part of it. And then June. It's funny because everywhere, like, you can just tell when it stopped. Yeah. Then my next section was books. And okay, I removed all that. So that's not there anymore. And then what was after this one? I don't recall. Probably more book inserts. I don't know. Reading inserts. Then I have my meeting notes. Do you guys throw your inserts away like once the week is done, or like your days, like do you keep them? Because I have a big stash, and I don't know if I should just throw it away. Should I keep it? Like, it's not journaling. It's just me writing out what I did for the day. Obviously, I have my journal, which I won't throw away. But I don't know. And then lastly, I had my finances. And I had note pages, but I removed those as well. And so, yeah. So this was how I started 2026. And then, like I said, I wanted something different. I wanted something pink. Well, yeah, I did want pink, but I wanted something smaller. And so here's my new planner. And like I said, I thought about doing this on camera because I'm like, it'll be fun just setting it up together. But I wanted, the day that I did it, I was sitting there and I was just like, I want a new planner. I want something different. And I had a really pretty one before because I did this in July. Yeah, it was in July. I was sitting and I was like, I haven't planned anything. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to do a refresh. I'm going to just... It's that feeling of something new, right? And so I think that was just it. So I was sitting there watching TV with my husband. Right now we're watching the, what is it called? The Godfather of Harlem. And girl, let me say, like, I just sit there and we binge watch. It's hilarious. We'll just sit there and I'm like, how is it 12, like midnight, right? Anyway, so that night I was like wide awake and I just kept fixating on the idea of changing my planner, and then I just did it. I brought out my stash and I'm just sitting there on the couch and like my bin is right here, my inserts are right here, and it's just a mess. And then I have boxes from my subscription boxes. And the thing is, so in my room, I have my stash, right? Like I have my organizer and I have like a box full of just inserts. And then I have another one with like the rings and accessories and so on, right? But in my living room, I have kept the boxes. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to use that soon. So I had like 2, maybe 3 boxes full of of the items from the sub box just sitting there. And I was like, you know what? Like, let me organize. And so that's what we did. All right, so here's a flip through. I did have a July insert. Where did I leave it? It was really cute. And I wanted to like keep it, but like it has like a big J. Like it's July. And I'm like, let's see let me hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here she is. Okay, so I have this. So this is what it looked like when I first created her. Isn't it so pretty, so lovely? Like it was July. To see the summer sky is poetry, though never in a book. It lie. It's so pretty. However, like I said, it has the big July. So I removed her. I thought like maybe if I could cut it, but then it's like gonna look ugly. So maybe I could just print this. I don't know. It was just something about it. It just looked really pretty. But anyway, so I removed her as soon as August came around. I was like, well, no more July. Bye-bye. All right. So let's see. Let me get some coffee. Alrighty. Okay, now let's look inside. So I used the cover from Cloth and Paper. It's very, I like it. It's clear. Right now I'm looking my clear era. You'll see, because I'll share the other stuff as well. But yeah, and then these rings, I got them off of Amazon. They came in a pack of how many? Like a lot, because I could still build like another classic size. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have 8 rings here, which is for my junior. But I think I have like 18, maybe 20. I think the pack came with like 18 or I think 20. So you have extras. So that was cool. I love sunflowers, so of course I added the sunflower. And I got this from Jane's Agenda. And I like it because you flip over and it's a whole different. So I have 2 of these, right? So they're both like it's a sunflower and the bicycle. So I could have put it back here, but I didn't want to do that. So I have that. I have my 2026 calendar up front. But though I'm looking at this, I feel like I should add something back here so that you could see it. I didn't think of that. Okay. Add it to my to-do list. And this is summer reading list. I've had this insert for about a year, maybe. I think I got it last year in our Jane's Agenda box. I just like it because, I don't know, I haven't even read these books. I just think I like because it's a summer reading list. So it gives you it gives me a list of books that I should read, or, girl, I don't know. I just have it there. Then I have this pouch that I believe I got it from Cloth and Paper. And I just have stickers in here, nothing fancy. I haven't really, so I have my little calendar. I just added pictures and stickers. I may change these. The day I did it, I was like, I'll come back to it. This is me coming back to it, you know? Anyway, so all scripture is inspired by God. Be joyful always. Pray continually. Give thanks in all circumstances. So, some quotes. And I could have things in the back. And then I added this insert from also Cloth and Paper. And this is, what's the name of this? Basically, you can add stickers or anything you want. Just paste it on. And I have pictures that I can print out. Again, I haven't done it. I actually forgot. I just right now I'm like sitting here and I'm like, oh yeah, the pictures. And then it goes straight to agenda. As you can see, it's much smaller. I just wanted something. This is like something I just wanted to have for the summer. We'll find out in October what I want, right? But for now, like, this is just, so I wanted something petite. So I have my agenda section, and I'm using these inserts. I think they're called, I forgot the name of it, but they're basically dailies, which I like. I've had this pack, and I'm like, I'm gonna use this. And they're from Jane's Agenda. So, you know, I circled this. So this is like when I started using it. So it was July the 30th. It was the last day of July. That is so funny. So yeah, and then right here I actually do time block. And I've been using them and I like them. I like that I'm just writing out my day. I know what I did. And on the back you get, obviously, as you can see, you get your notes section. And though I will say, I don't like that it says like top. So like the first few days you could tell, like, I'm like, okay, how am I gonna, you know, what do I write right here? Because obviously I don't have a topic. I'm not in school. But what I do is I just write my top 3 things that I have to do. You get an affirmation, gratitude, and then what you're reading on. And very straightforward. I don't decorate, but right here I was like, I'm gonna color. I could add stickers. Oh, I did there. But it's very straightforward. And so, and I've been, since the day that I built this, or that I started using this, I have been consistent, which I like. So I'm proud of myself because I'm like, yeah. But again, it's been a week. It's been, what, 7 days? Because today is the 7th? So yeah, it's been like 7-8 days. But yeah, I like this insert. It's really nice. Like I said, you get, you know, your morning, afternoon, evening. And it's very small. But you get to, like, you could write out the time that you want, because it's not, the time isn't written on it, right? So like the other insert that I was using, it was like from 6 or 7 all the way to 9 or whatever time it was. But here it's a clean canvas. You can write, if you wake up at 10 a.m., you can write 10 a.m. So I do like the freedom that you get on this insert. I just could have done without the topic. But, you know, I could put washi tape. I can remove it with whiteout. It doesn't bother me, right? It doesn't bother me. I just sometimes write to do up here. But yeah, and then you get your finance section, meal section, gratitude, affirmation, waiting on, and notes and reminders. And like I said, I like the space at the back because you could just write out more notes. Like if you actually go somewhere, there's a meeting that day, it could stay on the date of the meeting. So that's pretty, very fabulous. Okay, so I have a, like a little stack for that. And then my tracking. So my daughter, she's been having headaches. So this time I'm like, I'm gonna track her headaches because I haven't really gotten migraines. So what I did to track this time around is her headaches, her dizziness, if she gets like bloated, and then my collagen and migraines whenever I wash my hair treatment, and then mood, energy, and I write out the number of pages that I read. I haven't filled this out, but I have this somewhere else. So when I read, I have a little, in my book, I have a, it's not a reading tracker, but it kind of is. It's a sticky note that I got from one of my boxes, and basically like it says the date, and what I do is I write the date and the number of pages that I write. So eventually, like whenever I sit and do this part, I'll go to my book and write out. And then I haven't journaled, and I had me time one day this week, which isn't bad because we're here, so it's not like, yeah. So I'm doing that, and I like to highlight the weekend. So I have a few of those inserts. I have two, and then I have these because I want to see. I don't know which ones I like most, right? I like both. I guess it just depends on like what I need it for. And then, but with this insert, you have goals, your previous month. So you get more of your insert, sort of, because I guess I could do the same thing on here because it's plain. Though I haven't used this. I don't remember. Did I use it on the other one? I don't remember. Anyway. So I have those. So I have what, like 4 months worth. And then I go to nothing. I don't have them labeled. Anyway. My home. So it's my home section. So it's just like gratitude, your resets, your cleaning stuff. It was, come on. And then I have my tasks, which is funny because I just have these, but then it's like it's just for reading purposes or tracking purposes, sort of. And then I have my trackers. And I just realized I ran out of these. I thought I had more. And I'm very confused because I was sure that I saw a pack full of them. So now I'm curious if I put them in somewhere else so I could be like, because a part of me believes like maybe I put this because I knew like, oh, I'm gonna be like using these inserts soon, but I'm not sure. I don't know. But anyway, so I have this one, and then I have my habit one. And then there's another one, this one, with tasks, which I don't really use this insert because I get my tasks, like, I have a place to write out my to-dos, but I have these inserts, and like, I've had these for a while, and I was like, I'm gonna use them because they're just sitting there, and you should use your things. So if you have a stash of items and inserts that you're not using, this is your sign to go and start using them. Don't be hoarding it. Okay, so I like these. The thing about this insert specifically is that, so I got this one from Jane's Agenda, and she writes out what to do every day, and I don't like that because no, why would she have to determine when I want to dust my windows, That's like the only thing. I mainly used it for this part, but even that, like, that's funny because now I'm like, I don't really like it, but it like makes you feel accountable. And I think that's, so what I was doing is once I would do that, the chore, then I would just like, oh my gosh, what's the word? Like, task it off? Anyway. But yeah, so then for the habit, so when I first started, I was using that one for like my cleaning days, and then I have my reading tracking, my dailies, things that I want to get done, because I realized that in July I did finish a book, but I do want to try to read 2 books in a month. And I was doing in June, I got 3 books done. The one was a mystery book, and it was fast. I like read it in a day basically. And so that's why I read a lot of books in June. And I was home for like a week or 2, so I mean that helped too. But then in July, I will say that I think it had to do with the book. I really do. And I am tempted to like do videos on the books that I read and just kind of give you my feedback. We'll see. But anyways, I think it had to do with the book. I was just like, I was reading it because it just felt like, well, I should finish it. And though if it would have been really, really bad, I wouldn't have finished. I would have been like, too bad. Like, I'm not finishing the book. So the book was interesting enough for me to want to know what was going to happen. But it just wasn't like, I won't reread it. I won't care to keep the book. You know, it was like that. It was like I just wasn't a fan of the book. And it was very hyped, where I'm like, whoever I'm watching, we do not have the same taste, I'm realizing. But I'll just say that I think it had to do with the book, because now I'm reading this book called Count My Lies, and by Sophie Stava, I'm not sure. And it's pretty entertaining. But I am tracking, as you can see, when I read 20 pages, I'll say books. So 20 pages is like my first minimum, right? So like if I do 20 pages, like that's like a yay moment. And then it's like 30 pages, 50, and then 100. When did I finish a book? When did I start a new book? And so that's kind of like, I am like preparing myself to do what I want to do, which is read more books in 1 month. And so daily goals, you know. So okay, so I have that little stack, and then this one, which like I said, I haven't really used, but I have here just in case I do need it. And then my meal planning. This week my husband has been cooking, so what I've been doing is I end up writing what we ate. I'm missing a few days, as you can see. I will say, when it comes to my meal planning, I do tend to like, I fall. I don't know what it is. There's just something about like, but when we're back in like a routine, I go say and I'll plan it. But like I said, this week he did grocery shopping. We went to Costco on Sunday, and he likes cooking ground beef a lot, and meat, and I like chicken. So I'll cook like chicken meals, but he's more of like, he'll like make meat, buy meat, and cook it differently. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so delicious, you know, like it's great. But like, I don't cook like that. So and so I am appreciative of it, because he's going back to work soon, and he's on vacation right now. So once he goes back to work, then it's back to me doing everything. The meals, the lunch packing, breakfast. So I'm enjoying this last week. I think he goes back next week. Okay, so then next I have my what do I have this? Oh yeah, so the purpose is, I just have this here. I don't know. I think it's like my last insert. And so I just added that sheet. But here I have this for the purpose of what I need to buy, right? And so like when I sit down and I know what I want to make for the month, for the week, I'll write out the ingredients, the food that I need. You know, like that's kind of like the purpose of having this behind my meal planning section. So all of that is my meal planning system. Then we go to meeting notes, and I've already had a meeting this month. And yeah. And these entries, I also got them from Jane's Agenda. I like them and I don't. I prefer the other ones that I have. I don't think I have them in here. I'll tell you right now. But there's like a different layout that I had. because like, not to be rude, but I don't care who's in the meeting. I do write it because it's there, so I write out who's there. But my meetings that I attend, like, it's not. Yeah. Oh, I just realized this section's for agenda. This whole time I've been reading this wrong. I just thought it was like agenda meeting notes and then it's attendees, and I was like, that's a lot of that's a lot of people. But no, this is supposed to be your agenda. And then so anyway, so this isn't really like I said, I just used it. I use the middle section, and then on the back you have more notes. And then I have this insert focus outline. Again, it's just sometimes I just add things because I'm like, maybe like for something I wanna, like this one's my project planner. So I'm in a sorority and I am the planning officer. Basically, I forgot my actual title. What is my title? I forgot the official title, but basically I do all the plan. Like I plan our events. And so I wrote down a line for me. And the other day I was like, let me just write, because I already know the events that we're going to have for the rest of the year. And so I just need to execute, right? Like make the flyers, send out the invites. And so I wanted to give myself a deadline so that it's not, so I know when to send it out, right? So that's kind of why I did that. And then we're going to be focusing on our philanthropy event. So that's another one that I'll probably use this for also. So there's a few things that I will be planning within my, how can I phrase it? So basically, certain months are gonna be, there's more planning that need to happen. Like it's not just like, okay, we're gonna go here at this time. It's like it's an actual event, and I need to call and find out about like if I need to reserve, how much, like all of that, right? So all the logistics. So I have this for that purpose. And then we get into my finances and notes, which I added. So I did memos. I'm sad that this got messed up. I don't know how that happened, but whatever. It's very, very thin. So, I mean, it was bound to happen. And then, so I have a few note pages that have notes and things. I'm always like, where do I add this one specifically? Like, do I have to be before the notes? Which I kind of do feel like, but then I have like memos and I'm like, anyway. So I just have a lot of sticky notes on here. Then it's my reading log, and I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the rest of it. I have a reading journal, and so I don't really use this, but sometimes I do write the books that I want to read, which I think I already wrote down. Yeah, so I don't need that anymore. So, very, very straightforward. I should use these notes. Sometimes, well, for this one I did, because I think I had a lot of emotional moments that I needed to just write it out. And so I did. But yeah. And that's the end of my planner. I like these sticky notes, so I was like, I just want to chat them. Though I feel like I should do it at the bottom. Anyway. So yeah, that's my planner. It's going to be my planner for the next 2 months probably. And then, so I'm using that. Oh no, I dropped it. And then I'm using, I dropped my little magnet. I'm using this and this planner. So this is my catch-all, sort of, my daily, my life, like, you know what's going on with me. This one I'm using as my journal. I have another journal that I've shared, but that one is more of like memory keeping, more for memory keeping purposes. This one is more of a daily journal. So I just I've been writing out what I did. like duh, right? So, and honestly, I don't think I had ever wrote on graph paper, but there's just something about it that I really like. And so yeah, actually no, yeah, and this one, I think this one has graph paper. So this is kind of where I'm at, what I've been doing. And like I said, I just write out for the day. Though it hasn't been every day. In the beginning it was, I think, yeah, because all that was June. See, June 20th. When did I start this? May 21st. May 16th. Oh, I went backwards. I probably gave myself some space. Okay, anyway. But, yeah, so, and sometimes I did that, and, like, doesn't that just look so pretty? Like, maybe not pretty is not the word, but just, there's just something about writing on here. And then I just sometimes highlight. Oh, right. Okay, so here you can see, like, I went from June 22nd, and it was funny because, like I said, it just hit, like, it dawned to me, like, July 19th. Like, I go from June 22nd, and I'm in here, I've been consistent, and it goes to July 19th. And I backtracked. Like, once we got back from the trip, I was like, let me write out right now that it's still fresh in my head. And so that's what I did. So I did like off on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and yeah. And then the day when we got back, like, I started on here again, and then it went from the 25th to August, because this was our anniversary, which was just 2 days ago on the 6th. So I just wrote kind of not kind of, but I wrote a bit of what we did. So I have that as my bookmark. And this notebook has 3 sections, right? So it has the graph paper section, then it has lined paper, and then it has the blank pages. So I have a bookmark for each section, but this one fell. This is what fell. No, I think this is, oh no, this one belongs over here, I think. I'm like, no, my bookmarks are there. Anyway, so for the line paper, I have been writing in here as well. And with this one, it's like, I don't know, it's more, I mean, it's all writing, but sometimes I think I'm just mixing it up. I think I just want to, like, do whatever I feel like doing. I think that's just what the idea is. And then here I started off with, like, I have these sticky notes, and I thought I was gonna use them every month, but I haven't, because I only did May. And then I was like, I do more. And then I did field day, what I did, how I felt, and I drew this because we went to the lighthouse. So this is an image of of what we saw. My husband said it looks like a skateboard. Like, thanks. And just back here, there is a draw. I was like, I need to sketch out how do you draw this? And I was like trying, I was like, forget it. Anyway, but so yeah, this is my little daily journal. I like that I could insert things in through here, and just, there's just something about the clearness. I think it's because I'm able to decorate, and so I like this sticker. Coffee gets me started, Jesus keeps me going. Amen. Okay, and then lastly, this one. This is my weekly. There's a day I wanted to color, so I colored, and I'm like, this looks cute. So I have it there. This one is dated. This is from Cloth and Paper. And this is a weekly. I like this one because it gives me, I have monthly spreads, and I do keep track of my finances in here, which is funny because I have my finance section over there, but it's more like for budgeting. But here it's like I write out, like it's like my monthly audit, so like what I use this one for. But this one, you see, this one's pretty straightforward also. With this planner, I like it because, I don't know if it's because it's dated, but I decorate this one a little bit more. But this one keeps track of everything, like this is where I, like, you know what I did, right? Like meetings, my appointments, everything of that is written here, my to-dos for the week. And yeah, I'm trying to like skip through my finance section. Sometimes I added stickers, sometimes I didn't, but I do have my monthly goals in here. Like I said, I have my monthlies. That was June. I got very creative in June. And then July. And then I guess I didn't do anything. Oh, I did. I still decorated this one. Okay. I expected it to be empty. But yeah. But see, this one, like, I'll sit and do weekly because I write out what I have to do, what I have to get done. And I mean, yeah, I guess this is the only one that actually I stayed consistent with. That is so funny. And then August, I haven't done August yet. Maybe I'll make a video with you guys. I don't know yet. But yeah, so this was the first week of August. And that's it. I'm up to date with this one. So this one you can pick up and you'll know everything that I did because everything is written out. And so yeah, so I have been using all the, so like I said, I've been using all 3 planners and I'm loving it. Like I said, I like, right now I'm in my clear section, my clear era. I am just adding things that I like, and it's just fun. So recap, this one is my weekly, and my monthly. This one's like, I don't know what to call it, my year, because this is all the way to December. Like, I don't have to change it, I won't change it. Like, I really like this one. My annual planner. So anyway, so it's just my spiral. I got it, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but it's from Cloth and Paper. So it was in a sub box. So I got this last year. It was in a sub box, I think, last year, and then it's from, like, it was from January all the way to December. And so yeah, so my monthlies are here, my weeklies is there, my to-dos, my finances. Like, this is, I'm you know what, maybe this is considered my catch-all. I don't know, because even my habits, no, my habits are not in here. Just kidding, no, because those things are not in here. This is just planning. Like, this is just my planner, basically. It's my monthly, my weekly, my to-dos. Okay. Then you have my daily journal. Yeah. And then this one I also got from Cloth and Paper. So It was in a slip box. And my ring binder. I mean, my ring planner. I always say binder. My rings that I get to decorate. And I think I will always use discs. Discs. Oh my gosh, I'm saying rings. My disc planner, because you could just decorate however you want. And this one has everything. My goals, my dailies. It doesn't have, well, I guess it does have monthlies, but I just use it different than I use it on here. Okay, so yeah, so that's everything I'm using. This is my summer. This one will forever be in, the only thing I will change will probably just be like the cover. And this will probably stay with me for another few months. So yeah. Okay friends, I hope you guys enjoyed your time with me. Hope to see you next time. All right friends, have a great day. Bye.